Welcome coders. Today we are going to start a new journey and its design pattern. We will discuss object-oriented programming and design pattern in JavaScript. So design patterns are very much important and you have to develop. If you wanna rule the programming language, you have to build your fundamentals. So design patterns are very fundamental of any programming language. Okay, and in design patterns are basically mainly three types: creational, structural, and behavioral. So creational patterns are three types: singleton, prototype, builder, and factories, and it has more: structural and behavioral, iterator, observer, and mediator. So basically it was invented by Gang of Four, inspired by the Christopher Alexander, Eric, Richard, Ralph, and John applied the same principle in software engineering. So what are the basically design pattern? A design pattern is a reusable solution to common problem in software design. So it's a reusable solution. It provides a proven approach to solving specific coding challenges, making software development more efficient, scalable, and maintainable. Think of a design pattern as blueprint that help developers write clean, reusable, and optimized code. Why are design patterns needed? Without design pattern, developers might reinvent solutions every time they face a problem. Patterns help by providing a standard approach to common problems. So it will provide you a standard approach to common problem, improving code organization, reducing complexity, making code reusable across multiple projects, enhancing maintainability so teams can easily modify and extend software, ensuring that best practices in object-oriented programming. Okay, so it mainly three types: creational pattern. This pattern control the creation process of object. So creation process of object, making it more flexible and reusable. So we have singleton. I will discuss singleton. I will start by singleton. And then factory patterns create object without specifying the exact class. Builder helps construct complex object step by step. Prototype clones an existing object to create a new ones. Abstract factory provides an interface to create families of related object. So structural pattern for object composition. This pattern helps organizing classes and object efficiently. Adapter converts an interface into another, but you have to have basic understanding of OOP. So if you don't have understanding, you can watch my OOP JavaScript object-oriented programming tutorial. So bridge separate abstraction from implementation. Composite allow creating a group of objects as a single object. Decorator adds behavior to an object dynamically. Facade simplifies a complex system with this single interface. Flyweight minimize memory uses by sharing object. Proxy acts as a substitute for another object. So behavioral pattern for object. These patterns define how objects communicates and interacts with each other. Observer notify multiple objects when a state changes. Strategy allows selecting an algorithm at runtime. Command state. So a lot of creational pattern is control how objects are created to provide flexibility and reuse. Structural pattern manage a relationship. It maintains relationship. And behavioral pattern manage algorithm responsibility and communication between object. So let's start with the singleton pattern. So to start the singleton pattern, I will give you the code. So start from singleton pattern. So what singleton pattern is: ensure only on instances of a class exist. Okay, so what is singleton design pattern? What does it says? So singleton is a creational design pattern that lets you ensure that a class has only one instances. So it has only one. You have to ensure that it has only one instances, who is providing a global access point to the instances. Okay, and ensures that class has just a single instances. Okay. Singleton pattern is one of the simplest design pattern in Java. This type of design patterns are same in every language. Okay, these types of design pattern comes under creational design pattern. As pattern provides one of the best way to create an object. This pattern involves a single class which is responsible for create an object while making sure that only single object gets created. This class provides a way to access It's only object which can be accessed directly without need to instantiate the object of the class. Okay, so I am giving you some practical example. You will get the code, no worries. So let's go into the code. Okay, say class database. So this is class database and private static. Why I am using private, why I am using static, I will let you know. And I have the explanation. Good news is that if you don't understand the codes, no worries. I have the full explanation of this code which I am writing, and I will show you why this code is called singleton and why it is a creational design pattern. Okay, so no worries, just follow along the code. Instance database and constructor, private constructor and public static get instance database. So if no database instance, then create database, create a new. So this is very important. I have the explanation, no worries. And it's suggesting me, okay, so I have more. This is the end, this is the end, so this is more, I think. So it might be at the outside. Yeah, so no problem right now. Okay, so this is the singleton pattern, and you see it's creating only on instances. So basically this line of code is very tricky. It's saying that, so it's saying check if a database instance exists. If not, then create a new one. So if it is not exist, it will create a new one. Otherwise, it will return the old one or existing instances. And first call create a new database. Second call returns the same. And if I compare both, it will become same. So it ensures that only one database connection. So it will create only one instances, only one database collection, prevents unnecessary creation of multiple phase. So if no instance exists, create on. It is saying if no instances, create on. If an instance exists, use the same on. Singleton ensures only one instances is used everywhere in the app. Ensure only one database creation, prevent unnecessary multiple database connections. So it doesn't make any sense if you create so many databases. Save memory and performance, avoids duplicate instances. So this is very handy. And centralized access, all parts of the app use the same DB instances. So we use static and private. Why? And I will let you know why this is called creational design pattern instead of structural behavior. I will come later, but let's see the output first. So see node singleton.ts. So it's become, you see, it's becoming true. So it's making sure that both instances are the same. It ensuring that only one instances has been created, and we are getting the output. Okay, and we have created a static and private. Why? So we have created a static. So a static ensures that there are only one instances of the class shared across all calls of the guest in granting it always the same instances. So have you understood why static ensures there are only one instances of the class shared across all calls to get instances, granting it always the same instances. And we use private, prevents direct access of the constructor, ensuring that no one can instantiate the class directly, keeps the singleton interface safe by ensuring it cannot be modified or accessed outside the class. Okay, and we use static and private. Okay, here is another explanation. This ensures that shared resource instances accessible to everyone and no one instance is created accidentally. So it ensures that no instances will create accidentally. Private, this enforces the singleton contract by preventing external code from creating a modified or instance directly. So together they make a singleton pattern work efficiently. And there is a question may click in your mind that why it is called creational design pattern instead of not structural or behavioral. So it is creational. It restricts instantiation of the single object. It manages a shared resource, preventing unnecessary object creation. Not structural or behavioral. It is not structural because it does not deal with object composition or relationship. So it is not maintaining any relationship between objects. It is not behavioral because it does not define how objects communicate or interact. Okay. Creational design pattern. Okay, so we are done and you got the output. So we'll discuss a lot of design pattern over here. So this is a practical example. We can create database instances and only one instance. So this is singleton pattern. So if you get the code over here, and not only that, I am giving you one example, but I have another 3 more examples over here. I have shown you database. If you wish, you can see, and both of the down to earth example, real life example. Okay, this is logger, this is config, and this is use session. You can use it. I am giving you 4 example for singleton design pattern in JavaScript. Okay, so I hope you will able to learn a lot. So definitely you will like the video. Please give it a big thumbs up and encourage me to make more videos and to make you JavaScript ninja. Thank you very much. See you soon.